Okay, let's dig into this. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Good to be back.
So we're taking source material, finding the key insights, and today it's a really interesting one.
What's the source?
It's called Monk and Minimalist Wealth Principles. So we're looking at investing mindsets from, well, monks and minimalists.
Right, okay. Unexpected pairing. Our mission here, I think, is to figure out how these paths, focusing on discipline, less consumption, can actually lead to wealth.
Wealth in different forms, maybe, not just cash.
Exactly. Financial freedom, sure, but other kinds too.
It kind of turns the typical get-rich idea upside down. The source kicks off asking, what do monks and minimalists know about wealth that maybe the rest of us miss, especially when we're always told more is better?
And the core idea that comes through is that wealth isn't only about stacking money. It's also freedom. It's time, peace of mind.
Okay.
And yeah, using those can actually help you gain financial strengths too. It's all connected.
Let's start with minimalists. That feels maybe a bit more relatable for folks trying to manage their money today.
Sure. They're consciously pushing back against that constant pressure to buy, buy, buy.
Right. Always needing the next thing.
Exactly. The source says they invest in what they don't buy, which is basically mastering delayed gratification.
In a world that wants everything instantly.
Precisely. There's a great line, if you don't buy it, you don't need to earn it. Think about that cycle it breaks.
That's powerful. And the source is clear. It's not like they hate money.
No, not at all. It's about being pro-mastery. Mastery over impulse, over just endless consumerism.
Okay, so how does that compare to, say, the average person's spending?
Well, the source gives a pretty stark comparison. It says the average person often spends over 70% of their income on lifestyle inflation.
70%? Wow.
Yeah. Gadgets, subscriptions you forget about, daily coffees, fast fashion, just spending more because you earn more.
That's a huge amount draining away. And minimalists, they cut that down.
By half, the source suggests, or sometimes even more.
Okay, but here's the key part for investing, right? What happens with that money they don't spend, that gap?
That's the crux of it. It becomes investment fuel. It's not just saved, it's intentionally put to work.
Put to work how?
In assets that build wealth. Things like stocks, maybe real estate, simple index funds, or, and this is important too, it buys them time.
Time.
Yeah, less financial pressure means they might have the freedom to, say, build a business slowly or pursue something that doesn't pay off immediately. It buys options.
Okay, so minimalists use disciplined non-spending to free up financial capital. What about the monks then? They often take vows of poverty, so how do they fit into building wealth?
Right. The source calls them the original silent investors.
Silent investors. Interesting. What are they investing in?
Their investment isn't financial per se. It's in discipline. Repetition, mastery of self, focus, attention, stripping away the non-essential.
So even if their goal isn't money, the philosophy itself has value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That philosophy has been adapted. The source actually connects this idea to some big names.
Oh, yeah. Like who?
It mentions people like Jack Dorsey, Steve Jobs, Naval Ravikant, suggesting their success involved tapping into a kind of monk mode focus.
Monk mode focus. What does that mean exactly?
Deep concentration, uninterrupted work, minimalist routines to eliminate distractions. It's that clarity and discipline, not necessarily the vow of poverty itself, that the source sees as this powerful engine.
Okay, I see the connection now. Discipline, focus, cutting out the noise, whether it's physical clutter or mental distraction.
Right. It all comes back to that core idea. Strip life down to essentials, master your focus, master your spending.
And then every dollar not spent isn't just saved.
No, it's like that quote from the source. It's a soldier you send into battle to buy back your future.
Buying back your future. I like that. It makes it active, not passive.
It really does. It shows the power in, intentional non-spending and focus. These aren't just defensive moves. They're fundamental tools for building wealth and that wider sense of freedom.
It's a really profound way to think about it, finding these lessons in places most wouldn't look monks and minimalists for investment advice.
Definitely. And maybe the final thought to leave people with, something the source hints at, is that maybe silence and simplicity, the things our noisy world tells us, are empty or lacking. Maybe they aren't empty at all. Maybe, as the source puts it, they're actually full of answers for building real wealth and freedom. Food for thought.